Gardeners in Oklahoma are continually interested and concerned about our urban forests or trees planted in urban areas, public lands, or even in other neighborhoods. Well, Oklahoma is fortunate in that we have the Oklahoma Tree Bank. And a person here to tell us about the Oklahoma Tree Bank is Bill Kopplin, Vice Chairman of the Tree Bank. Hello, Bill.
Glad to see you.
Welcome to the program.
Thank you. We're glad to be here.
Bill, tell me a little bit about the Oklahoma Tree Bank.
Well, the Tree Bank is a 501c3 nonprofit organization headquartered here in Oklahoma City. And our principal mission is to encourage the planting of trees on urban public property.
Okay.
And we have other missions subsidiary to that in education, in regard to tree planting and so forth. But that's primarily our fundamental mission. Now, we've been in business for 17 years, since 1987.
Okay.
And during that time, we've been able to plant about 53,000 trees across the state. And we've been told that those trees are now worth around $25 million.
That's incredible.
So the way we engage in these projects is to secure partnerships, either with municipalities or with individuals who are interested in beautifying a certain public area.
Okay.
And the financing of the Tree Bank is through individual subscriptions, people that are interested in. We do get grants from a number of philanthropic organizations.
State Department of Agriculture as well?
Well, the State Department of Agriculture has made grants available to us on a regular basis, the Community Foundation here in Oklahoma City, and a number of other folks.
Okay. All right. It's not just an Oklahoma City organization, it is statewide.
Well, we are statewide, and over the last 17 years, we've had a variety of opportunities to have planting projects across the state.
Okay. Who heads up this organization?
Well, our executive director is Mary Caffrey, and she's been with us since the very beginning, and we're very thankful for that.
Oh, I bet you are, yeah.
Morton Payne here in Oklahoma City is our chairman.
Well, I understand that there is a project of the Tree Bank that you've sort of spearheaded. Could you tell me a little bit about that?
Well, we're standing here today in a Centennial Grove, the first Centennial Grove in the state of Oklahoma. The Tree Bank had this concept. The Centennial Commission sanctioned us. The governor put his stamp of approval on this as an official project of the Centennial.
Wonderful.
So what we're trying to do here is to encourage municipalities primarily to plant a grove of 100 trees on parkland or perhaps right-of-ways like this median, or maybe to enhance a geographical feature in their town, a riverfront, something like that. Plant this grove of 100 trees, put a sign out there and designate that it is a Centennial Grove, and to recognize those sponsors in that town who have made the effort to put it together.
Okay.
And right now, we have 7 completed groves, and we have another 7 that are in the process of development.
Okay.
And about an equal number, about 14 more, that are going to do something this fall.
Okay.
So
how far away? What is the furthest city away from Oklahoma City?
Well, we're down at Anadarko. We've done a project at Pauls Valley. Shawnee has a planted grove along I-40 there.
Okay.
And we're trying to get part of the extensive planting along the North Canadian River, or the Oklahoma River as we call it. There's about 8,000 trees been planted down there, and we're going to designate 100 of those. The City Park Department, the Corps of Engineers, and the Riverfront Authority will go together and establish that.
Great. And celebrate that centennial
anniversary. As a special thing for a town. Grove of 100 trees will be a major landscape feature. And as you've said on your program many, many times, a tree has a certain value when it's planted, The wonderful thing is that each year it gets more valuable, more useful to those who have planted it.
Absolutely.
And there's every possibility that planting trees now, they'll still be available when we have our second centennial.
Our bicentennial.
Right.
In 3007, some of those may be around. That'd be
Well,
wonderful.
right.
Yeah. And the tree bank is unique in that you guys have special technicians to help different communities.
Yes,
and
I'm
groups.
glad you brought that up. For municipalities that want to participate in this, of course, they should call the tree bank. We have written about 140 individuals, communities, and they know about it. We've sent our brochures out and so forth. If they decide they want to take on a project this large, the tree bank furnishes the services of a professional forester free of charge
Outstanding.
to any municipality that wants to take this on, to help them with the design, planting, selection of trees, so forth and so on.
Okay, and so how does a community get involved with this? How do they go about?
Well, you generally, most communities would respond to our entreaty or letter that we sent them describing the project and simply call us and say we'd like to participate. They can contact us in Oklahoma City. Our telephone number is 405-330-4701.
Okay.
And Mary Caffrey will answer. You'll talk to the head person.
Okay. Okay. Well, sounds like a wonderful program.
Well, great.
I'm excited to see some more of these groves, and thanks a lot for telling us about
maybe
it.
we can look around and find another one here in Oklahoma City.
All right.
All right.
We were just at a tree bank Centennial Grove on Northwest Classen and 63rd in Oklahoma City. Well, a major contributor for that Centennial Grove was Chesapeake Energy. Another contributor is Total Environment. Well, now we're over here at another tree bank Centennial Grove on Memorial and MacArthur. And again, Total Environment is one of the major contributors to this project. Well, here to tell us about this Centennial Grove is Linda Horn. You may remember Linda. She's been on our program a couple times. Hey, Linda, welcome back to the show.
Thank you.
So, Linda, in this Centennial Grove here, who all are the players? Who helped get this all together?
Well, it was kind of a partnership. You know, obviously we kind of did it through the Tree Bank Foundation, but the partnership was between Total Environment, Inc. and also Gaillardia Country Club. And so, you know, which is a really terrific thing. You know, it's kind of in their neighborhood, and you know, so we work together to kind of put this together and bring beauty back into Oklahoma City.
Okay, great. Improving the quality of life here in this part of the city.
Well, this was a bare medium. You know, there was absolutely nothing on here except some weedy Bermuda grass, you know, that got mowed every so often by the city. And we went in and we excavated all that out, obviously, because we were planting some decent stuff, so we wanted to make sure that the soil was good, and
good soil.
Replaced all the soil and put in drainage and irrigation and, you know, the whole 9 yards. So this is like, you know, this project was done well from the beginning.
Okay. And I understand that it just got completed?
Just recently. We had hoped to get it completed a little bit earlier, but, you know, when you're working with getting permits and everything else, you know, there's the whole red tape thing.
Sure.
And but you know, everybody worked together. You know, the city and obviously the Tree Bank Foundation and Total Environment and Gaillardia, we all worked together to kind of bring this to fruition. So it got in a little bit later. We had hoped to get it in, say, in June, but we ran into a few snags, and so
it
got in August. You know.
Okay.
So we're watering a lot.
And when it comes to the maintenance, Total Environment, you guys are going to take care of the maintenance?
Absolutely, yes.
The watering and everything?
That's the commitment. You know,
Wow,
we're sharing all that expense, you know, with Gaillardia. And so, you know, it's not one of those projects that's going to go in and just kind of get let go. We're going to do the mowing, the fertilizing, change out the color, the annual color every year.
Okay.
You know, we're sort of, you know, committed to that.
Keep it looking good. Yeah. Well, and I noticed you've got several different types of trees in here. And up at the front of the median, you've got some crepe myrtles. Can you tell us a little bit about that one?
Well, they're kind of almost a miniature version. You know, Dr. Whitcomb's cultivar, Tightwad, which is a very dwarf, as
Very
you well know.
compact.
Very compact crepe myrtle, and it's a red one. So it doesn't grow very fast. It has pretty leaf color, so even when it's not in flower, it has nice contrast. And we use that because we didn't want to obstruct traffic in any way.
Okay.
It's a key area, so we wanted something that'll stay tight
Stay
and
low.
stay neat.
Okay,
So,
well, the tightwad
yeah.
crepe myrtle's a good
Tightwad,
choice.
That's a good choice.
Well, one of the oak trees here I've noticed is a unique oak.
Right.
Can you tell us which type of oak we've got right here?
Well, this is a Nuttall oak, and we use a lot of these in our landscape, a lot of our landscapes. And it's a very hardy oak for Oklahoma. It gets fairly good size, a really good shade tree, but and it tolerates a lot of the a little bit more alkalinity.
Okay.
And it's just a good hardy tree.
And it's not just that common. You don't see the
No, you
Nuttall
don't see them very often.
oak, so.
Right. But I think they're starting to become a little bit more popular. People are looking for things that are a lot more durable and
Sure.
tougher, and things that'll, especially in a median like this. We had to pick things like the Chinese pistache, the Nuttall oak, the crepe myrtles, things that'll tolerate wind,
Sure.
Obviously.
Yeah,
and,
right here in the median, all the heat,
and
the asphalt.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I think it's
You know.
a wonderful combination, and you guys have
Thank
done
you.
a wonderful job. I can't believe
Thanks.
you transformed this area into this garden in just a week ago, and
I know,
and how
it's amazing. It
how much
really
better it
is.
looks.
And we're getting a lot of really good comments from people that live in the area.
Good.
They drive by it every day. We have people calling in all the time. We drive by the median every day, and it's just so wonderful and pretty. And of course, the grass, it's green all year. We used fescue, which, as you well know, requires a little bit more maintenance, but since we've got irrigation out here, we can keep the fescue looking really good too. So you have that green all year.
Got to have
And
that water on
also-
the fescue in the sun.
Yeah, and the Nellie R. Stevens for green. And the
Okay.
red berries. in the
Year-round
fall, so-
green color.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's really nice of you guys to provide this for this part of the
Thanks.
community.
Thanks.
Thanks
We
for
enjoy
telling
it.
us about it.
Take care, Steve.